What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, and today we have an island tour, and man, I'm telling you right now, this is pretty spectacular. I want to thank Amber. She's in my Discord. She follows me on a lot of stuff. She comes to the streams a lot of times over on Twitch and YouTube. But she reached out to me and said, "You got to go check out this Instagram account, her town. Like, you need to go do a tour." The account is ACNH_CC. And so I did. So I reached out to CC. You will hear her on the call with me. We're going to go through. She's going to give us a tour and basically show us everything that her town has to offer. And then we'll wrap it up and we'll come back here and we will discuss when it's all done. Hello, Cece. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome.
I want to, before we jump into this tour, I just want to ask some questions and kind of get a little information out of the way first.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
you're predominantly known on Instagram. You have the account ACNH_CC. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
What made you start the Instagram account?
Well, I've been playing Animal Crossing since, I think, Wild World. I've loved it since I was little, since before I even understood how to even play the game. And I saw, because I loved it so much, when I got New Horizons, I was seeing all these posts on my regular Instagram, and I was like, okay, well, this looks so much fun. Like, and the community seems so nice. Why not expand my horizons, quite literally, and branch out and make my own account? Because I've been playing for a while. I was like, why not share my own thing? Because I got so much inspiration from other people.
Yes. I moved to the beach just to get away from the waterfalls because they're so loud.
Oh, yeah, they are so loud.
it's a fraud. They're beautiful, but they are so loud.
Yeah.
So approximately how many hours are you into this game so far?
I think 550.
That's not bad. It's definitely a good number.
It's a healthy, unhealthy number.
This is true. Now, obviously I want to ask this because I want to see because this kind of helps a little bit, but like in terms of like COVID and everything that's going on, like are you home most of the time, or is this 550 like, so this 550 is like you're home, you have the time to do what you're doing, you're not working, you're not doing any of that stuff?
Yeah, no, so I'm actually going to college right now. Okay. I'm a full-time student.
Nice.
So I started playing when I was still in class, and then summer came around. I actually lost my job because of this whole pandemic situation, unfortunately. And I'm a strong advocate for mental health, and as struggling with mental health myself, this game has really like pulled me out of that, and this is such a hard time for everyone.
Yes.
So this is such a great thing. Like, this was crowned the game of the pandemic. Like, it's really just like the best thing to do to like calm the nerves, kind of let you go into a perfect world and forget about all the troubles in the real world right now.
Exactly.
There's a lot quite scary.
You're absolutely right. But one other question I have for you is, what would you title your town? When, a lot of people will theme their towns after things. Yeah. If someone was to ask you, like, what type of town do you have here? What are we walking into today?
Yeah, so that's always been hard for me because actually when I first had the island, it was like a regular like town. It was like there was like everything was like just like regular town, and then I decided to flip it all upside down, totally retheme it. So I think whimsical would be whimsical forest would be the type of vibe. Of course, the path, the infamous path, really brings that out.
Yes.
Just like really not having any direction and just like making it seem like there's much more than what there really is with all the twists and turns.
Okay, cool. All right, so go ahead. We can start walking and you lead the way.
Okay. So I think we should start. This is my favorite part, the entrance, just all the extremely loud waterfalls.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let's jump into this. I love the fact you're looking at these amazing waterfalls. Everything's going on, but it's just well put together in terms of like, you have the flower cart up on the ledge, and you have like the arrows pointing where to go, and like the path. Like the path is a pullback and a throwback to the original GameCube version of Animal Crossing. Like, I love this path. I think that whoever created it should be given an award by Nintendo. It is amazing.
Yeah, honestly, more people need to give the original creator credit. I wish I knew them so I could shake their hand myself.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is kind of like the shopping district. I tried to make it look a little bit more like randomly placed. So actually, Nook's Cranny is up on this little
my God, it's amazing.
level.
I love this archway.
Like you're discovering it.
So the archway is obviously. Let me ask you a question. Are you Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere? Like, what are you playing?
I'm Northern Hemisphere. I'm a strong Nookazon user, so I've been trading for a lot of the Tree's Bounty items for fall.
I mean, it's a spoiler for those that aren't into fall yet, but my God, this is an amazing archway. I love it.
Beautiful. I literally love it. My friend on Instagram was, like, obsessed with them, and I was like, I think that it's time for me to add some to my own town.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the Tree's Bounty items are all beautiful. And then if you go back here, it's Able Sisters, and there's a little duck pond.
I love the ducks. I love those ducks so much.
They are so fun. I was so confused at first because, like, the decoy duck DIY is just... There's sand right there. The decoy duck DIY... Oops, sorry. We're going to go back down to the beach here. It's just like a regular wooden duck, and I was like, this is kind of ugly. And then I realized you could customize it.
Yes.
So
same. It was the same. I had someone give me one, and... For some reason, I thought I tried to customize it, and I couldn't, but I was wrong. And then I went back and customized it. I'm like, oh, my God, there's all these different types of ducks, and it totally changed. Like, I literally have 4 or 5 of them that are all different. I love it.
Yeah, I have like 10 around the island. You'll see more. And then I've been placing seaweed on the beach because the new update. I think the seaweed looks so natural and cool. I just had to place it everywhere. And then here's just like a little fire pit sitting area.
The only thing I don't like about the seaweed is it looks like it's wet. Like, it looks slimy. And I know seaweed does when it's wet, but, like, also there is seaweed that's kind of, like, not look so slimy, but it looks like a dead octopus laying on the beach.
You're absolutely right. And then the mush items, gotta love those. I have those. Those are another fall spoiler.
Okay, question for you.
Yeah.
Did you have any problem with your Zen bridge here?
Okay. No.
Okay.
I saw that they patched the Zen Bridge problem, and I was like, I literally don't even know what the problem is.
People were like walking up to here in the middle, and they couldn't cross over. It was like like an invisible wall was in the middle of their bridge, and they couldn't get over it.
Yeah, no, I've never had that problem, thankfully. Good. Okay, you're gonna see a very strong theme picnic motif here because when in doubt, I just placed a picnic blanket. I love the picnic blankets. The custom designs are awesome. I give full credit to everyone. I actually, on my Instagram, have all of them pinned because it's just wrong to not give credit to these amazing artists.
Exactly.
So.
There's some beautiful stuff. And I like how this, like, okay, so this is something that people can do. It's a nice little trick, per se, that you do. You basically take the towel, you pattern it the same as your custom pattern you're going to lay down on the ground, and you can lay on the blanket. So it makes it like you can lay on your beach blanket or your blanket when you're out doing your picnic and stuff. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. I've seen a lot of people do grass, too. That's awesome as well.
Oh, God, the horseshoe crab. That is amazing.
Oh, my God, when you flip it, it can flip over.
Does it?
Yeah. It's so funny. It's like what they really do.
Oh, get out of here. That is so cool. Amazing. I like this.
And the little dock with the fishing stuff, the fish bait on the stool.
Love it. That's such a nice touch. I wish these were bigger. I'm not going to lie. I wish the docks were a little bit bigger so we could decorate them up. It'd be awesome.
Okay, so let's go back around here. This is one of the main paths. And then we got to jump over to the campsite.
Okay.
This was the first part I did when I redid my town.
Nice. Oh, this is nice. I like the log benches kind of out around the campfire. That is really a nice touch. Yeah,
and there's a customized pan back there.
Nice.
Okay. So if we go further back here, my friend gifted me a star tree. I am not a hacker myself, and I don't condone it.
Oh my God!
When someone offers me something, I can't really say no. When it's a star tree,
you have to be careful with this thing, man, because you never know. You never know. This is something we've talked about.
I'm kind of scared for my game.
This is something I've talked about on numerous shows. Like, this is basically, this item over here, the star tree, is a hacked item, and I mean, if you want to have them in your town, you have them in your town. You do your thing. It is what it is. But just you have to be a little wary that if Nintendo decides to wipe these out, it could just disappear one day. So you just have to keep that in mind.
I mean, thankfully, people pay a large amount. I would never pay like tons of like stuff for it because like if it does get wiped out, like there goes all your investment.
Exactly.
My friend gave them to me for free, so I was super thankful. Oh, David up here.
Yeah. That's my least favorite statue. But go ahead.
And then this is the most recent redo. I did a little ceramic pottery.
Oh, this is awesome! I love the clay. Like
yes,
it's so cool.
You can customize it.
Yeah.
And the unglazed dish set, it's super cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so cool. Nice. I like that little fire pit and stuff and all that, like kiln. Nice.
Yeah, I love pottery myself, so I had to add that in there.
That's awesome. Little farm type thing here.
Yeah, like just a little tiny one, but I had to do a lavender farm. I love lavender, and just add a little bit of mushrooms and the palm tree, the bamboo shoots, because if you plant them, they will grow, and it looks insane.
Yeah, they actually cut them back. They used to be worse. In New Leaf, when you planted them, they were like weeds. They just grow all over the place.
Oh my god! Well, that's how bamboo is in real life. So it's not so wrong.
Oh my.
That's my second house.
This is crazy. Look at this stump.
Yeah, that's the mush log, and then gotta love the tree's bounty items. That's the tree's. It's just so cozy looking. Okay, sorry about this, but the floating star tree lake, I think it's one of the prettiest parts of the island. It's just so cool looking.
It's definitely, man, it does look cool. Now, question for you. Do they glow at night, or is it just...
Yeah, they glow like the real star fragments do, so it looks so pretty. I think star fragments look so beautiful at night.
Oh my god, Nintendo needs to make something like that. That'd be so cool.
I know. Okay, and then there was another star tree over here.
Oh, you just went all bored. You were just like, let's make you happy.
My friend threw them at me. I was like, thank you so much. I'll take them, but I have no idea where to put them. And then this is a lot of my friends' favorite parts of my island. I actually had this with like the classic city type of vibe. But
oh god, this is so cool. This reminds. Oh, okay. So this reminds me of like a Barnes and Noble, in terms of like you have your coffee shop, but then you also have books and like the fireplace and stuff, and like it is really, really awesome. I love the chalkboard back there with like drinks and the menu. Oh my god, this is so nice.
Yeah, those custom designs are awesome. They're actually Starbucks custom designs, but I didn't want to do a Starbucks. I kind of just wanted to do an off-brand type of cafe.
That's awesome. That's good.
And then this is Molly's house. She's such a queen.
Yes. Very cool. And
this is just part of the residential area. Yes. I actually had like a full like neighborhood where another duck. Where I had all of the houses just lined up and fenced in, which I really liked for a while, but then I was like, it's time for a challenge, it's time for a change, and I decided to break everything up. Okay, so this was one of the most challenging parts. Oh my god, why are all my villagers like, around here? My goodness. I tried to blend the plaza in to make it less town-like and more like we're in the middle of a deserted island, kind of make it look more wild. So I tried to put all these like levels up all around it, all the cliffs around it, to try to blend it in.
Yes.
I really like how it came out.
No, it came out good. You know what? Because it feels like it's actually built into the middle of the island. Like it's not like everybody else's. It's at the focal point, the centerpiece, and this is kind of like you stumble upon it. Like it just happened to be here in the middle of the island someplace.
Yeah, that was kind of my goal. I just didn't want it to look like it was just like planted in the middle and just like stood out amongst everything. I just kind of wanted to make it flow.
Nice. I like it. You did very well with it. The other thing I want to say that I like about this path, because the path is the path the way it is, and it's so wild, it actually works for when you have like diagonal bridges and all that stuff. Like it's probably the one path that actually works out well because you know, you can border it you can stop just short of the bridge and it doesn't look weird, you know?
Yeah, no, it's so versatile, and honestly, like, it takes a little bit to, like, get used to it and try to figure it out, because some people are confused, like, how you get, like, this, like, one block. Well, like, there's not actually, for the original path, other creators have made it, but there's not, like, a too wide path. Like, you have to, like, finick with it a little bit and
Yeah.
stuff like that to get it the way you want it. But once you do, it's really rewarding.
It looks
so
so
pretty.
natural, man. It looks so natural. I
Another
love it.
picnic blanket, very
Oh.
guilty as charged.
I love it. I love it.
And then this is the Stargazing Area. Celeste is my favorite NPC, and like this, I love when there's meteor showers and stuff like that. So I had to do some type of area so my friends could come over and we could stargaze.
Every time I stargaze, the minute I get everybody in, it stops.
Yep.
It stops.
I was literally gonna say that. Yeah, I just had my friends over the other night, and we were all like, okay, we're here. The stars were like going crazy before they came, and then they had to literally leave because nothing was
I
happening.
wonder if it's a glitch. It's got to be something that
It might be too much going on, so
yeah.
they don't have stars.
Yeah, I like
Another
this
fire
too.
pit. I love the fire pit area.
So
the
this is what
fire
I
pit
like.
item.
I like how you have the fire pit, but it overlooks the cafe. So it's kind of like you kind of. Oh my god! I just realized too. You have like a teller there. Like you have the podium in the middle with a computer and stuff. So like people, you kind of pay people there. Like that's your.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I tried to make a separation so that someone could like know that they had to stand there to take the orders and stuff like that.
Yes, that's really cool.
I love the log table.
Yeah.
And the benches, they just are so cool, and that like customization of them.
Very nice. Oh, dude, this is so cool. Oh, you got red here too. Oh, wow.
Yeah, when red's here, you look beyond. I wanted to do the river because I love red too, and the art is like my favorite section of the museum. So
yeah, this is
looking
nice.
out is so cool.
This is so cool. This is nice. I like it.
Thank you. Okay, so this is like a broken up orchard. I used to have like all my trees in line, and I really liked it at that time. But I tried to break them up and kind of make them more random. And then this is the little dig site that I have. Next to the museum.
I love the dig sites. I'm a big fan of the dig sites. I think they're cool.
And then this is the museum, of course, and I had to keep these. I love these custom designs.
Yes, I have these two to the left in my, and then I have a T-Rex one as well. Very
and
nice.
then if you sit on this bench, you can look at the T-Rex up there.
Oh wow, that's nice. That's really cool. I like that. That's really well done.
I love sitting the fossils out. I used to have tons of dinosaurs and stuff out.
I want to say this real quick. So, people that watch me, they give me the moniker of the king of museums because museum is my big thing. Like that, it has to be a particular way, or I get very like it's a fail. I really think that what you did here, it's not overly done, and that's the beauty of it. It's because everything is just flows, and it flows with your town. It doesn't feel like your town is out of place. That's the one thing I want people to understand. Like, if you're doing an island and it's themed a particular way, your museum should be themed a particular way. Like, you don't want to go hog wild with like stairs and bridges and all that stuff if that's not really the flow and the vibe of your town, or your island. So I think you did a really good job of like keeping it all kind of copacetic. I like it.
There's David again. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, sorry. Might have to hide that a little bit on there. But this is my house. I wanted to add a lot of stuff that was like personal to me. I love reading. I love coffee.
Nice.
So I put all that stuff in front.
Very cool.
There's Bones over here checking out the beach, and then just a little piano spot.
Wow.
I love shrimp. Oh, it's so pretty.
That is so cool. This flower thing. This came from the wedding.
Yeah. It's a DIY. My friend crafted it for me. And I was
That's
like,
nice.
This is really beautiful.
I don't think people realize that there were some really cool DIYs that came out of that.
And then this is the like absurdly small lighthouse.
Oh my god, it's so. I mean, it's
I
tall.
I love it, but they need to make it a little bit bigger.
If they made it a little bigger, it would be too big. The problem is the door. The door is so. Yeah. I actually spin it so you don't see my door because it's so bad.
I like the islands that have it like on an upper level. I might do that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Wildflower Garden because when I was redoing my island, I couldn't part with a lot of these because I love all of these and I just want to sell them.
They're so cool. I like too that you kind of pulled the back of the island in a little bit to give you the freedom to like walk down and around and all that stuff. This is so.
Yeah, it's so separated at the beginning, and I feel like on a lot of islands it's like just like there's a wall up with this level,
Yes.
and you don't even think about the back. But I wanted to make like a back path because
Nice.
like I wanted, like, just like everything else, I wanted to look like you're wandering into like reds. Here's a bunch of other hybrids and stuff.
Nice.
All of them are hybrids, but they're my favorite. And then there.
I like it. That is such a nice touch that you did there with that.
And then there's another beach towel because it's one of my favorites.
Yes, beach towels are really cool.
The giant stone head face guy. There's apparently not a genuine one of those. I was so shocked. And then this is just a little painting area with
Nice.
one of my fave paintings that you can donate to.
That is really cool.
And another star tree. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Now
God.
I'm afraid they're all going to disappear one day.
Oh man. I jinxed you now. Oh, this is nice. I like this. I like that. That's really cool.
I wanted to put the lighthouse there, but I just decided to make it all like just waterfall feature.
Yeah.
I love my waterfall features, if you couldn't tell.
No, I do too. But again, they're so noisy. That's the only downfall from them.
Yeah, I
so
never have
loud.
my volume full.
Yeah. But
And then
they're
another
beautiful.
one. This is in front of the plaza again, and then
Oh my God, it's so nice.
thank you. And then this is where I sit and wait if I have a trader, if I have a visitor coming.
Oh, that's cool. I like the little. I guess that's a lost book or a lost notebook you have there.
Yeah, because if you like put it in your pocket and you wait a day, which I accidentally learned the wrong way and the hard way, it just becomes a random item.
That's pretty
and
cool.
I decided to use it still.
That's good though.
And that takes us back to the front.
That's cool. That is amazing. So, Cece, thank you so much for this tour. I love your island. There's so many cool things about it. But thank you for giving me the tour here. It means the world to me that you took the time to show me around. And that's about it.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm really glad I could show you around. You're actually the first person that's toured my island. It's really exciting. So thanks for coming and giving me that opportunity.
You are very welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So there you have it. There is the island. And like I said to Cece, I was thoroughly impressed. I felt like she took what it was and didn't overkill it. Like, there's things in there that I was impressed with, like the museum. Like, you guys know I'm big on museums, and the fact that, like, it wasn't overdone, the fact that it wasn't, like, 3 tiers up and, like, all these inclines or ramps, like, it would have felt so out of place for what she was doing, but she did just enough. The nice, subtle hints just made it look classy and relevant, and I loved it. I really did. I felt like she did such a bang-up job on the museum. Just a lot of cool stuff. The campsite was really well done. So much. Just the way you go back to Reds, how she pulled the island forward. She pulled the island forward in terms of mountains and tiers, because normally it's everybody's, including mine, is up against the back wall. You can't get behind any of that back stuff. She did it just so well that, like, everything's pulled up. You could run back there. You could check out everything. Really well done. I loved every part of it. So hopefully you enjoyed it too. If you did, please slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit the bell so you know what's going on around here. You can follow me Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. Check us out on Twitch, where we stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, sometimes Saturdays. Twitch.tv/Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.